What big three?
Androids, aliens, and wizards.
That's not a thing.
That's definitely a thing.
No, it's not.
Every time we fight one of the three.
So who are you fighting now,
Chemistry.
Gandalf?
Yeah.
How do you know about Gandalf?
I read The Hobbit in 1937 when it first came out.
Welcome back, everyone, to another reaction. This series is going to be Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm joined again by my buddy Chris. What's up, Chris?
Hey, buddy.
And now we have joining us in Phase 4 my other good friend Dana. What's up, Dana?
Ew.
So we're short and sweet. We're just getting these guys caught up with Marvel Phase 4. And Dana had seen, or by the time you watch this, we'll have seen WandaVision, and we just finished WandaVision reaction with Chris, so Falcon and the Winter Soldier is next, and that's what we're doing. Really not much else to say for me other than that. Guys, what do y'all expect or don't want to see or whatever?
Why don't you go first, Dane? I don't really have too much expectations about this show. This is one that, with WandaVision, I was excited watching the promos and stuff. I had that little inkling to get back into it, but I never got it with this one. So I'm sure it's gonna be good, but I really have no expectations for it. What it's gonna be.
I'm looking forward to this one because nature of the internet. I have seen some bits and pieces of clips and things like that, and I love watching the interaction between Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Shaw. Stan. Stan. There we go.
Yeah. The bromance, yeah.
They do have quite a romance, and it works well.
They play it pretty well, so
yeah.
I'm hopefully expectant.
Right. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, ever since Civil War, they've had that little.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting for me because I've been watching Sebastian Stan as something else. I've been watching the Tom and Pam show.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's gonna be a completely different Sebastian Stan, but
just a little bit.
Awesome, guys. I'm glad you're kind of looking forward to this. I can't really say much. Obviously, I've seen this. My reacts are myself just watching these on my own are already on the channel. Y'all can check this out if you want. But no spoiler thing would be this definitely. I like all four of the Marvel shows, and I hate to really rank them because they each serve different purposes. They're different types of storytelling and the stories that they are telling. And
that's a different video.
Yeah, exactly. It's totally. So I don't want to say this is better or worse than WandaVision is all I'm getting to. It's just different. It's more grounded. It's not out there and magic and stuff. So it's just a different type of story. So just, expectations can lead people. If you think in binaries, one thing's got to be better than another, then you're kind of dooming yourself. So don't go into it like that. So,
What's the fourth Marvel show?
Hawkeye.
Oh, okay.
Which I also liked. I had no expectations for that.
It's like WandaVision, Falcon, Winter Soldier, Loki. What the hell's the fourth one?
Well, I mean, technically, What If as well, which I have not seen, so we'll all be watching that together.
Okay.
I haven't seen What If or the Falcon, not the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to get to them, so cool. Well, fuck it. Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, that was not the doom and gloom because a lot of times with Marvel movies, I will walk into them. There's a couple of them I didn't know anything about Guardians of the Galaxy. That blew me away. I love that one. There's been a couple of them that I've I walked in with no expectations and just so
Exactly. That's awesome.
This will be the same.
That's the best way. It's fine to get other people's opinions, but just do it after you've watched the thing and collected your own opinion. So yeah, awesome. Absolutely. Well, anything else? Otherwise, let's get it going.
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Birds chirping.
Mr. Mackie.
He's got a shield. Well, he's got a briefcase for it.
Yeah.
Is that just a case for a Boron?
I don't know. It is rounded.
Because that's what it looks like.
It's Sam. This has to be subtle. Subtle. Got it.
He does subtle.
That's what the Marvel movies are known for. Subtlety.
Yeah.
Gotta start with an action scene. I mean, come on.
Could you imagine?
It's like, what?
Oh. Yeah. That was awesome.
I mean, that would literally almost be unbelievable. Like, wait a minute.
Exactly. This is that Twilight Zone episode. Oh, and there's
Yeah,
GSP.
I would say, do you recognize who that is? Yep.
Oh yeah, it's one of the greatest fighters of all time.
But he's already a character in Marvel. We've seen him fighting
Yeah.
Oh,
Cap
yeah.
in Winter Soldier.
Yeah, yeah,
Or no, I mean, the Winter Soldier. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that was
Get that guy out the door.
It's always the pilots, man. What did they ever do?
Yeah. Can we talk about the casualty rate of pilots in all movies?
Like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
He's got wings, guys.
yeah. You're not gonna hope. GSP
Now
thought he was
you
going
I'd like to
somewhere.
point out, I think he's faster than you are. Well, I guess it's the polite way of doing it.
Right. Get him off our ass.
Ass.
That's a handy little drone, man.
Gotcha.
There's the not so nice way to do it.
Yeah.
He's not gonna follow. What's up?
What's up?
Jesus. Oh.
Man.
Nice. GSP lives to fight another day.
Yep.
Theories. Some people, they think that he's in the secret base on the moon, looking down over us.
I can assure you, those people, we need new heroes. So today we honor Steve's legacy, but also we look to the future.
So he's giving it to the Smithsonian.
You're right. He's donating it to the public. It's like he doesn't feel like he deserves it or something.
He deserves it.
Yeah. Or it's too big of a mantle to try to.
Too much legacy behind
Yeah,
it or whatever.
yeah. Right.
Shield, Sam. It was the right decision.
World's a crazy place right now. Allies are now enemies. Alliances are all torn apart.
There's a lot of parallels with what's actually going on.
Yeah.
Of course, the real question is, how long is the shield going to be there before somebody steals it?
Right. You
Yeah,
know that shield
exactly.
ain't gonna stay in that case this whole.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh, poor guy.
Yeah.
You're a civilian now. With your history, the government needs to know you're not gonna... It's a condition.
I completed rule number 3. I'm no longer the Winter Soldier. I'm James Bucky Barnes, and you're part of my efforts to make amends.
Look, you've got to nurture friendships. I am the only person you have called all week. That is so sad.
That's
You're
so sad.
alone.
Fine, okay?
You're the only person I've called this week.
This is new for me. I didn't have a moment to do
It is
with
Monday,
anything, you know?
so.
I had a little- And other than that, I just went from one fight to another for 90 years.
That's a good excuse.
That takes some unwinding, man.
Now that you
I love these angles. So personal.
that is utter bullshit.
You're a terrible friend.
I was an excellent soldier, so I saw a lot of dead bodies. And if you were alone,
Yeah, they're like closing in
that is
on
the
it.
quietest, most personal.
Framing's closing in.
Started with a huge wide shot where he's small on the bottom, and now you're right up on him.
Plus the painting in the background really helped to get that.
It did.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Fine, but no talking.
Fine, they're talking.
Nobody.
It's in order of the usual, huh? Feeling up for adventures?
You should ask her out.
I'd go there.
It's cute.
She would like to take you out on a date.
Oh, you meant sushi. I was like, she's cute. You're like,
I mean,
sushi.
yeah, she's cute too. But no, man, I'm hungry.
Yeah. He's got a 100-year-old wingman.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, now I want mochi.
He had a job
You know
with a
your
consulting
sushis.
company, and
It's not sushi, it's a dessert.
he was working abroad. And
You know your Japanese cuisine.
the police said,
It's fun to cook.
"He's wrong. I will never know what really happened to him." I felt
Flashback.
in here.
So yeah, you connected those dots real quick.
I wonder if they had that conversation already, or if he's befriending him first.
Uncle Sam, you're back early.
Uncle Sam, there's some.
Can we talk about Uncle Sam
Right.
in the army?
Yeah.
Right, exactly. There's some.
the one that reads you.
When you gonna let me borrow the wings, man?
Don't hit me again.
Hey, I have an older sister. That's legit.
What?
You think I didn't try the banks?
This is weird seeing the Avengers with money problems.
Yeah. I mean, you think about it. The Avengers were funded basically by Tony Stark, who already made his money. You know, they don't work for governments or whatever. So now that Stark's gone, they're in a precarious position.
Well, but doesn't
Where-
Stark Industries still exist?
It does,
With-
but it's not so simple, right? Which it always has been made out to be. You know, it's
Yeah.
very straightforward.
I'm torn between appreciating them putting real world problems in and going, this is a superhero film.
Right.
He's also super famous in this one, so you think
He
goes
is,
to like
and Captain
like a-
America in general is a very political figure, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to get into real world politics in a show like this. There's no way around it.
I just figured he could get like a book deal or something.
Right, you think.
Wait, how old are you?
106.
He thought joking. I love that. It's a metaphor there too with an arm. That's
arm,
always
yeah.
I think not knowing how it happened is the hardest part for him.
So I haven't had the
It
time
really
yet.
messed him up.
yeah.
And there's no word for someone whose kids die. Because it's like the worst thing that can happen.
Excuse me.
You good?
Hey,
Yep.
God, I owe you for lunch.
It's one thing to kill a bad guy, but somebody who's completely innocent.
There's no such thing as on time. You're either early or late. Pick one.
I pick late.
Okay. Now you're really digging into this. All right, boys, I love you.
That's one way to do it.
40 feet, yeah.
sorry. Hey, Susie guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's the superhero.
he's jacked.
Maybe he'll learn next time.
Oh,
Maybe
Temple.
there will be a next time.
damn.
I mean, your financials are all over the place. Is there some kind of fund for heroes, or did Stark pay you when he was around? My condolences, by the way.
Thank you, but no, it doesn't really work like that.
How can you have income if you don't exist?
Sarah.
Good point.
Is there any chance, and of course you could say no, that I could get a selfie with your arms out?
Are you
Jesus.
serious?
Mr. Wilson.
Police work.
So this is the leader of the Flag Smashers, huh?
Yeah, real nice guy.
Better look at this.
Unrest in the wake of recent events has left us vulnerable. Who can be a symbol for all of us?
They're bringing Brody back or something?
On behalf of the United States of America, has a new hero.
Your new Captain America.
Yeah, that shield didn't stay in that case for long, did it?
No.
I'll admit, I was not expecting the shield to come out of the case in this way.
Yeah, me neither.
Damn it, Sam.
Oh, he looks...
Who the hell's this guy?
He looks like the Wish version of...
Yeah.
It's a Walmart Captain America, like...
Yeah.
I don't think
Kmart.
there's a end credit scene until like later on, but just kind of leave it running in the background there. Let's lower the volume. We can just talk for a second. What I'm hoping to do is, I hope you all got time to do one more episode. I'm hoping to do 2, 2, and 2.
Okay.
You know that way the edit is a little tighter.
I can do another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So in between here, since in the final video we'll go on to the next one, just quick thoughts, and then we'll just pause and take a little pee break and come back, and we'll have a little small discussion after the end of the second one versus right now. But just quick thoughts. What did y'all think?
It's so different than Wanda as far as
Completely
like
different. That's what I was trying to say, like
just,
about balanced expectations.
Yeah, started out with a big action scene.
Yep.
We I'm not wild about this storyline with him not having any money. It just doesn't seem realistic to me. Or get a loan, since he could be his own sponsor. But I'm very curious about this Captain America thing. I don't know if is he somebody we know? I wonder, or is he like a new?
Did we get a new super soldier serum that I missed?
Yeah, exactly.
I have
because that one guy at the bank seemed to be pretty jacked up.
He's jacked up. He's jacked up. Yeah.
Wyatt Russell. That's the actor that's playing the new Cap.
Is he in any other movies
you
or
will
anything
see,
like that?
You will see. It's all about that dynamic in this show.
I assume he's going to be.
I
more
haven't
of
seen
these
him
episodes.
since.
Has he been in any previous
Previous
movies or...
no, and I haven't seen him since.
So this is a new character.
This is a new character,
Cool.
right?
Okay.
I'm struggling to remember his name right now, but Wyatt Russell is the actor who plays him.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. That it's. I mean, it messes it. There's a disconnect for me with a superhero movie, and then also dealing with like trying to get a loan from a bank.
Yeah.
Like I expect that from like, my other real world. TV shows and stuff like that.
It doesn't relish. Right. It doesn't relish in that very much. It's just that there'll be these moments where they're trying to draw parallels to the real world. Right. Like, regardless of him, he's got a family, and his sister runs the boating company, and she's in this position. Like, they're just trying to acknowledge that. And there's other things like that are these parallels to the real world. But in a way, the MCU has grounded itself in being, like when Iron Man came out, that was completely set up. He happened to be a rich white guy, but it was set up as real world parallel as it could be. He was in a position to be able to do what he did, and he got woken up by being captured, and that changed his mind. Fortunately, he came from a rich family, could do something about it, but it's no different than this show in that was set up in the real world, right? He just happens to be rich. Sam and his family is not. So, it just comes down to, the internet had a little bit of problem with that at first, but there's so much more to this story. And there's other real world parallels that will come into this, but once again, they're all the shows are different. They tackle issues from a different point of view. yeah. Anyway, yeah. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could see them wanting to tackle that issue and try to figure that out, but yeah, it did feel like a little bit of a disconnect there, a little bit to me. But what I did like though was this talking about the blip. And it was cool to see. You know, they didn't really go into it, but when they were at the walking through the Smithsonian, you can see like what is the blip, and like they would have that. That's
that would
such a
actually
cool
be
little,
there, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they had there was a scrolling list of all of the, what was it, the Vanished, I think is what
The Vanished, what they called it.
Yeah. I really
Yep.
like that. That aspect of it.
And, yeah, this show revolves around, as you could tell in some of the dialogue at the beginning, it's like, well, these new bad guys, the Flag Smashers, think the world was a better place. You know, they might agree or disagree with Thanos, but the world was a better place once the snap happened because it kind of destroyed borders and everybody kind of came together in a certain way.
Yeah.
And so they seem to be motivated to get it back the way it was at whatever cost. We're going to find out. But, you know, the show is good for dealing with, like, like Thanos in a way, you kind of understand his motivation, but you might not really agree with their methods.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, you get where they're coming from, and I kind of want the same thing, but, you know, to what degree, where do you draw the line on, like, violence and, you know, getting what you want?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be cool with World No Borders, but if I have to kill half of the population...
But did you have to re-kill half the population to do that? I mean, come on. Like,
it doesn't...
Exactly. Well, that's a good spot to move on to the next episode.
All right, y'all. Well, Falcon Winter Soldier episode 2, we're ready to move right in. If you all are, you all good?
Let's do this.
Awesome. 3, 2, 1, go. The previously on. They can give away too much.
Luckily, I know nothing about it, so I like it.
Yeah, how about that? Like, just right off the bat, it's like, oh.
Yeah. Captain America from Wish.com.
Yeah, he looks so bad. I don't know how you can look so bad in that mask.
It's almost like they purposely made the suit not fit him. Yeah, it's like...
Yeah.
His
like
face just looks
a little bit
squished.
Yeah.
Oh, is this him?
This is him.
I remember sneaking into this locker room before each game to see you.
Everybody in the world expects me to be...
Then why'd you say yes?
Be yourself, the puck.
So it's not so clean, you know, it's like you want to not like him because, you know, you're not Cap, but it's like, hey, he's just a person, you know?
Yeah.
Who was assigned this. And he has his own doubts, clearly.
Absolutely.
Captain America. And that's the way you feel, John McClare.
This kind of mimics his relationship, like the original Cap with the Falcon.
Oh, right.
Like how him and Captain America were friends.
Because Bucky was a long time friend from when he was young, but he didn't really see Bucky for forever. But but Anthony Mackie, Falcon, kind of, you know, brought him back to the current world.
I guess,
Civil War.
There is that. Yeah, I can see that.
He has a friendship with both, clearly, but they're yeah.
Well, because I would have, since they've been friends for, obviously, since high school at least.
Yeah.
I would have put him more for the Bucky.
Right.
Just because, like, school friends.
It's like a hybrid.
As now the
almost
faithful
both.
sidekick.
Yeah.
I'm just impressed he can sign something without,
all
like,
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that takes practice, bud.
It's the Star Spangled Man theme song that Cap did in the 40s, but obviously it's like a jazzy version of it.
Ran RS-1 missions in counterterrorism and hostage rescue. The government did a study of your body at MIT. Endurance,
Clever way to do the exposition.
Yeah.
I don't have the flashiest gadgets, I don't have super strength. But what I do have is guts.
It's a very particular set of skills.
Captain America always had, always needs to have, and I'm gonna need every ounce. Well, I was 2 years out of West Point when Steve came back on the scene. I followed his career very closely as an Avenger.
Bucky is not happy.
I think that I model even though I never met him. Feels like a brother.
I like the complicated nature of the relationships between everybody. It's not cut and dry. Like everybody's right and correct in their own perspective, but it's just the clash of the different.
So they didn't even run it by any of the old Avengers that, hey, we're gonna bring it to Captain.
They gave it back to the government, so.
You didn't know that was gonna happen? No, of course I didn't know that was gonna happen. I have a feeling they might be a part of the big three. What big three? Androids, aliens, and wizards. That's not a thing. That's definitely a thing. No, it's not. Every time we fight.
Here's that chemistry.
Yeah.
No, I guess it is.
In 1937, when it first
There are no wizards.
Oh, he's got a new arm. I didn't notice the black and gold.
Yeah, he's got his Wakanda arm on.
Okay. When did he get that?
If you remember, he went there for a lull between Winter Soldier and Infinity War, where he was just hanging out in.
Did they swap his arms out then?
Right. They must have, because he showed up in Infinity War with a different arm. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
He's gonna jump out of his plane without a parachute. I mean, they're low, but still.
He's got the same face I do when I might do stupid shit like that.
They're like too low for even a parachute. Like, he even had one. Ow!
I thought he was gonna do something cool. I didn't know
he is
was.
a very dense boy. Did you hear that thud?
Ew.
Jesus.
Little time in Wakanda and you come out White Panther. It's actually White Wolf. Huh?
How did you do that?
How are you? Good. What did I miss? Nothing. All right, let's go. Wait.
Hello, small person.
Damn.
God damn.
Oh, yeah. So everybody here is all jacked up, huh? Oh no.
Oh. I've always wanted to do that.
Bucky's happy about one thing.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
He caught it.
I had to look on his face before he gave it back.
Right. Lurk! Whoa.
Nice.
Well done.
Damn.
Oof.
You were in the army. You should be a better fighter than this.
That didn't go as planned, huh? Does she always just stare like that?
You get used to it.
Okay, look.
Battlestar, John Spiner. Battlestar? Stop the car!
But in theory, at least they have a face to go off of now.
Right. It's something.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Yeah. I
That's
got her number.
great.
Why do bad guy layers always look like this?
Because after tomorrow, there's no going back.
Up in the stakes.
Yep. No going back. It's an absolutist.
One world.
Let's take the shield and do this ourselves.
Talk about open stakes.
Run up on a man, beat him up, and take it. We just got our ass handed to us by super soldiers, and we got nothing.
There is someone.
True.
Who could this be? Baltimore.
Baltimore. It's John Waters.
I think I used to dance in that church.
Oh yeah. Cool.
We met in 51.
If I met you, I mean, I whooped your ass. Then, yeah. We heard whispers he was on the peninsula. You think you can wake up one day and decide who you want to be? You and me.
And we need to know how.
I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
Damn.
Well, okay then.
yes, this is good social commentary, but it is directly from the comics as well.
Steve didn't know about him?
He didn't. I didn't tell him.
So you're telling me that there was a black super soldier decades ago and nobody knew about it?
I didn't tell anybody because he'd already been through enough.
James, condition of your release session now. You too, Sam.
No, it's okay. I'll be out here with my...
That wasn't a request.
No.
So,
This is a good thing.
where you would like to start? We're going to do an exercise. It's something I use with couples when they are trying to figure out
Couples therapy.
Are you familiar
It's gonna do
with
press
the
ups.
miracle question?
Absolutely. God, thank you. I'm gonna love this. I mean,
No,
man,
turn
this
around,
is
turn
right
around,
up
face
your
each other,
alley.
face each other, face
I
each
really
other.
enjoy this. I know you are.
Yeah.
Come on, a little closer.
Well, which way?
Why do you have to have your
right
legs
or left?
open? You know what? Fine, here. You have it now?
All right.
Yeah, we're locked in. That's a little close, very close. That's what you wanted, right?
Guys. Wait, what are you doing?
Staring
Are you having a
contest. Who's gonna
staring
blink first?
contest? Just blink, sweet Jesus. All right, James.
He gave you that shield for a reason. That shield, that is everything he stood for. That is his legacy. He gave you that shield and you threw it away like it was nothing. So maybe he was wrong about you. And if he was wrong about you, then he was wrong about me.
And maybe this is something you or Steve will never understand. But can you accept that I did what I thought was right? Thanks, Doc, for making it weird. I feel much better. See you outside.
I see where they're both coming from. Sam.
Thank you.
I'm gonna break rule number 2.
I feel better. Gentlemen.
I'm gonna punch him.
This kid.
Well, the leader's name's Carly Morgenthau. We've been targeting civilians who've been helping Carly move from place to place.
Where's she now, Walker? Do you know?
No, we don't know, Bucky. A word of advice, then. Stay the hell out of my way.
Damn.
Try to do the collaboration thing, but if you're gonna not do it, then stay the fuck out of my way.
That's not a very Captain America thing for you to say.
Yeah, it's very Captain America, isn't it? Yeah.
It's the power brokers, man.
Everybody grab what you can.
I think that's the first time we heard that term, right? Power broker.
Power broker? Yeah.
He could probably run and catch up to the plane now.
That's what I was thinking the first time I watched this, but if they hadn't stopped right there, they would be pulling up on the plane right now.
Well, yeah, but so they stop him. He's super, but he's not bulletproof.
Nope.
I know where you're going with this, and no.
He knows all of Hydra's secrets. Don't you remember Siberia?
So you're just gonna go sit in a room with this guy?
Oh, hey, it's
Yes.
We're gonna go see Zemo.
Zemo is the bad guy in Civil War.
Yeah.
Which was probably one of the best villains ever because he was just a normal human being who understood strategy, and he's the one that turned the Avengers against each other, and he wanted them to destroy themselves instead of him having to do it. So he's the one that orchestrated all that stuff in Civil War. Zemo! That's a good cliffhanger to end it on until the next time.
Nice.
Yeah, Zemo is. I like Zemo before this series, and now that it's he's going to be in this, like, I can say it, but yes, he's quite the presence in this series here. But in Civil War, he was one of my favorite bad guys because of the fact that he just used strategy. He didn't need literal muscle. He just used strategy to use this. All the Avengers were running on different knowledge between Tony and Cap. He found out that Cap knew that the Winter Soldier killed Tony's parents, but Cap never told that to Tony. That was the whole conflict behind that whole movie, if you remember, where it ended with him drawing them all to the missile silo or whatever, the end scene, and then it was revealed with the camera footage of Tony Stark's parents dying, and there was the Winter Soldier, and there's Cap, Tony, and the Winter Soldier all standing there watching that. And so, that was just, that's why they ended and were separated for multiple movies. Not until Endgame did they finally come back together, That's why they lost in Infinity War. It's all ultimately because of Zemo. Zemo separated them, drew a line between them to begin with, which is why they weren't working together to fight Thanos. And that's why Thanos succeeded. Like, it's all not Loki, it's all because of Zemo. His ill-found but brilliant strategy. Cool. So, what do y'all think so far? Once again, every series is different. It's not WandaVision. It's not out there. It's not your normal Marvel thing. It's much more grounded, back to the beginning of Phase 1, where you're just dealing with people and their situations, and
I'm having a hard time liking the new Captain America, but I think that's the point.
I think. Obviously, I know where this all goes, but based on these first 2 episodes, right? You're not. They're doing their damnedest to justify that he's just a normal person, but you're not supposed to like him either, right? He's got an edge to him. He's not Cap, but that one line shows it, right? Mm-hmm. If you had any doubts when he said that, don't get my fucking way. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's not Cap.
Cap would never say that, right?
Yeah. It's like, if you're living up to his legacy, you're doing a shit job.
Right, exactly. But I do like how, I don't want to say villain, but the antagonists get their development too. And there's obviously, Sam and Bucky are the protagonists in this story, but there's, they're hinting on with the new Cap's demeanor there that he's not a villain, but kind of antagonizing a little bit, maybe. Mm-hmm. And obviously you have the classic bad guys with the Smashers that are antagonists, but it's not a clean-cut black or white, good and evil story or whatever. It's complicated.
I like that about the new Cap. I mean, as far as just storytelling goes, that he's like a manifestation of the doubts that what's his name? Falcon's real name? Sam?
Oh, Sam Wilson. Yeah.
Sam, okay. Yeah, it's like it's like he wasn't fully, he didn't know where to go, but he gave it away, and now it has manifested in this.
Bite him. It's coming back to bite him.
Yeah, exactly. And he's just like, oh, I should, So I think that's pretty clever.
Yeah, man. Like I said, this is a totally different type of storytelling, and I really appreciate what they are attempting to do. Whether they succeed in the end of what they're trying to do or not, or whatever, different people's opinions, I like that this is a totally harder script to write in ways than something like WandaVision, where it's out there and you're making more of your own rules, and you can create something new to explain what you just did. By choosing to ground your story, you're predefined to many, many rules of the way the world works and all this, so it's in a way kind of harder to tell that story, especially like Dana pointed out, when your expectation is that this is a comic book movie, so your almost expectation is that they'll go off on what comic book movies do. So it's challenging in many ways because they're fighting against the grain to try to tell the story. But
it's not often that you have a comic book about somebody trying to get a loan.
Yeah. Right. And that was a small part. That was 2 minutes.
Rob the bank first, and then off we go.
Right. As villains would do in the past, right?
Yeah. Well, it's the same. I mean, are we? No. The brain will catch up with the mouth. Give it a sec.
No problem.
How many super soldiers are there? We have the Flag Smashers, who are super soldiers. Yes.
We have old Cap, but Cap's gone, and then you got Falcon, and up until Winter Soldier, Bucky. Yeah. So up until now, until the show, we think it's pretty much just Bucky. Right. And then now the show's introducing us to
Flag Smashers and the old dude.
And the old
is the new
Black Cap.
Captain America and sidekick supered?
No,
or
no,
are they just
there was
dudes?
one throw off line that we don't have super strength earlier. We might have even been making a comment over that, but no, they're just regular dudes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why are they giving a regular dude a super soldier's job?
Exactly. Why would they do that? It was the government. They don't, they don't have the serum anymore, as we understand. So there is nobody else to give it to other than Bucky from the government's point of view. But Bucky, even though he was pardoned, still has this history.
Leave it well enough alone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But obviously, bringing Cap back as a symbol, regardless of the individual person, that was probably the motivating factor, right? They knew they didn't have the serum. They knew they didn't have the ability to create somebody again. Because remember, Hulk was like one of the first attempts to try to try to recreate the serum that was lost back in the 40s when they killed the main scientist or whatever. And look what happened to Hulk. He turned into a big green monster or whatever they couldn't control. So at this point in time in the storyline, the serum up until we meet is thought to be lost. Then all of a sudden now there's these flag smashers that apparently have these abilities. They've seen no serum, but they clearly have these abilities. So somebody's figured something out, Well, so that's
what are they
kind of where we're at.
Yeah,
they said vaccines.
Vaccine, okay.
Mm-hmm.
They said vaccines. The boxes were labeled vaccines, but potentially we believe the box.
Right.
It's not like Christmas.
I'll just save you some thought there.
We're gonna believe that.
I'll save you some thought there. Those are vaccines, because remember the Flag Smashers' core motivation is that they want peace. They want things to work out, so to speak. But once again, are their methods? They're questionable. So, There's nothing more about that transport. Those were vaccines. They were stealing vaccines to try to distribute it to, because this time in the world, there's all kinds of displacement of people. The world just started to figure out what to do after everybody left, and all of a sudden, 3.5 billion people showed back up. But think about it. All their lands and properties have already been redistributed, and all. Whoa, that would probably be more of a wreck than to lose everybody, because now twice as many people are around, and you already dealt with. Try to the best you can.
Yeah, you've got
with
somebody
all this
trying
stuff.
to go home, and
there's people living there. Oh my God! Can you imagine the chaos that would ensue from this? And so that's the world we're in here. Is the Flag Smashers are like we almost lazy in a way. Like we just figured this shit out, and now everybody's fucking back. So it's interesting to. Any one particular thing, scene or whatever's going on in the plot, it gives you time to think about and apply it to the overall context of what's happening in the MCU at this point in time, right? The snap just happened weeks before, and all, a month before this or whatever, and now all these people are back, and that's really good to acknowledge and what's going on, because that will definitely have a lot more to do with what's going to happen. But as far as the serum, back to your original thing, right, it was just Bucky, and now these Flag Smashers have it, and now Bucky knew about Isaiah, and Isaiah was an experiment like Steve was, but clearly, according to his account, wasn't treated the same. Once again, that's some social commentary there too about
Well, but was it at the same time? Was Isaiah and Steve? Did Isaiah and Steve happen at the same time?
I think it was. Yet another. I think it was a little later. Like Steve in the 40s, Isaiah was like in the 50s or 60s.
Bucky said they met in 51.
Right.
Fault. Yeah.
Right.
So
it must have been. It might have been at the same time then, right? And we just didn't know about it, and there was different experiments. As far as what's been said so far, we'll have to keep watching to find out more for sure.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to ride this line between what I know and
It's the part where you're like, oh wow, that was a surprise. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
Right. But as of everything stated now, I really do try to put myself into the current episode. Strictly speaking, every reaction you watch, I'm going to be lying almost like the whole time. But you just but I try to phrase it into like where we are as far as this episode. All right.
Yeah. That's cool. We got several things going on,
Absolutely.
Yep. The power broker.
Yeah, mention the power broker, whoever that is.
And apparently he is someone who is not with the Flag Smashers.
Right. Apparently the Flag Smashers
are scared of him.
Scared of him for some reason.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm assuming he was the original supplier of the serum, and then they went off.
Oh, that's good.
Right. Almost like they took it for themselves or something. Yeah. Right.
And
that's
then
why this
tried to go with
vendetta.
Yep. Their
Yeah,
Robin Hood shtick.
Right. Yeah, they're almost like a group that sees themselves as like a Robin Hood, right?
Yeah.
Taking from those who have something to try to redistribute.
Yeah.
Like selling the vaccines, for instance.
And redistributing it to the people that need it.
Right. Some company lost money, but people are going to be getting it. So. And the vaccine is funny because that alludes to this plot line that was erased. It's not really spoilers because it's not there, but there was originally this pandemic going around. That's why they're still in the vaccines, because they think this new government, the GRC or whatever it is not functioning.
Global
I didn't.
Restitution Council or something.
Yeah,
like that?
did they say it earlier? I can't quite remember the order in which
There's
a logo on the screen.
They said what it stood for, but I don't remember exactly what it was. It
Global
was
Redistribution Council or something.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah, something like that. A new type UN organization of many countries to try to deal with the global thing that's going on. Right. And there'll always be dissonance, those who don't agree with the pattern, and there'll always be corruption of those within power abusing it.
Repatriation. Yeah, council.
Cool. Yep. A type of UN body that's trying to organize on a global scale.
Yeah, dealing with the influx of refugees.
Right. All of a sudden, there's like 3.5 billion refugees. Like it's one thing when like right now we're watching this during Russia's attack in Ukraine, and there's like 1.5 million people have fled Ukraine. Can you imagine 3.5 billion? Like half the population of Earth.
And more importantly, not just going from one place.
Everywhere.
Repairing where they left.
Yeah. Right. Everywhere.
Wanted their
You've
house
got
back,
like 50% of the people coming back. Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you remember in WandaVision, we got a little essence of that when Monica Rambeau came back. I don't know if you've quite finished it yet, but
it's on my list.
That is like literally the next episode, and it's at the very beginning, so it's not really much of a spoiler. I couldn't remember where you were, but
I'll get. I might
WandaVision is such a good story. I mean, it's such a good. I don't know how you didn't just like watch it all in one sitting because it's so.
Because I don't watch things by myself.
Right.
And I watched the episodes with my friends, and then we had to stop because it was the next night, and then I was like, cool, we're gonna watch the rest of them. And then he watched him with his wife and without me because he's a jerk like that.
Right. You're going to pin Joe to the wall so many times during these reactions.
100%. Throwing him directly under the bus.
Well, like I said, man, this will be cut out of this part of the reaction or whatever, but anytime this week you want, or whenever throughout the week, you want to get together at noon every day to catch up on an episode or two, we won't record or anything, or we can to practice, but not to make an actual reaction to publish, but just so you can get caught up. I'll watch them with you so you can get caught up.
Well, I'll probably watch an episode once we're done recording here.
There you
probably
go.
Just one because I'm going to have to go shopping and be an adult. But
Right on,
I'm probably
right
going
on.
to watch one episode before I actually leave this chair.
Yeah, one a day you'll be caught up by this weekend, I mean.
Yep.
Yeah.
let
And
me see
Chris
if I can
probably only
find-
wishes he could have
It's
watched
good.
WandaVision daily because I was like, nope, you gotta wait till next week.
Some of those hooks were so good. Yeah, it's just like,
Oh yeah. Well,
I've watched the
good.
first 4 episodes.
Okay.
You said Monica Rambeau?
Monica, yeah.
Yeah, she shows up in episode 4. So I've seen her.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's episode 3 we find out that her mom died in the blip, wasn't it?
4 is the one where you go out to the real world and it's catching you up with what's happened in the first 3 episodes. So yeah,
We
that's
interrupt
it.
this program.
Right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And the titles are very right in line with what's happening in the episode, and it's such a good series, man. So anyway, Falcon and Winter Soldier. Any final thoughts on the first 2 episodes so far? Otherwise, we'll wrap this one up.
It was a very grumpy cliffhanger, and I want to watch the next one.
Right, Zemo. I mean,
It did
talk
get me
about
going,
that,
yeah.
and all of a sudden Zemo,
Yeah,
right?
just like teasing that new character that is an entertaining character. I'm like, I'm ready for the next one.
He's very
They did a
entertaining.
good job on that cliffhanger.
Yeah,
I will
good
give
job
them
on that one. Yeah,
very well done.
And like once again, the shows have this, because there's more screen time, you can develop these characters. You'll get more with Sam and Bucky, but like Zemo, we're going to see a lot of Zemo, man. He's awesome.
Well, but even without any character development, he's a fun character to watch.
Right, absolutely. So the actor's portrayal of that character and everything, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, this duo dynamic, might turn into a trio dynamic. You'll see. It's like really interesting. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Well, guys, I appreciate it. Nothing else. We'll wrap this up.
It was a blast.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. First 2 episodes, Falcon Winter Soldier. Come back for the next 2 episodes. If you liked it, like it. If you didn't, thumbs down. We don't care. It really helps out either way. Comment down below. Tell us what we missed or what you're annoyed about. I don't know. Cause some hell down in the comments. Full-length reactions on Patreon if anybody wants it. Links down in the description below. We really appreciate it. And otherwise, we'll catch you on the next one. Peace.
See you guys.